All right, in our last installment for our cutout lessons, I'm going to show you how to place your cutouts onto a graphic that you're working on. So to begin, what we want to do is we're going to go File, New, and we're going to make it a little bit of a bigger graphic. We're going to do a width of 10 and a height of 8 inches at 300 ppi, and then we're going to click OK. So this would be an example of us starting a graphic, getting ready to work on whatever we have. And when we're ready to place our cutouts, what we end up doing is we go to File and down to Place. It's about halfway down on your File menu. Click on the Place, and then what it's going to ask you to do is navigate to where you had saved your cutouts. So I'm just going to my shared drive, into the working pages, my folder, and then into lessons, Photoshop G, and I'm going to place my football player first. So make sure you're grabbing the Photoshop files, not the football player we did that was a JPEG. We really want to delete that because that's a bad example, but we did it to show you the difference between the two. So let's grab our football player first. I just double click, and in comes my football player. It already has a bounding box on it, so if you need to, you can actually resize this right from the get-go. Now, the thing to remember when you're resizing using your transform menu is that you do need to hold your shift key down, because if you don't hold your shift key down, remember what happens. You're going to end up skewing that football player, and that's going to look terrible. We don't want that to happen. So to resize, hold your shift key down, and then once you're happy with where it's at, you just click your green check mark, and you have committed your transformation, and now you can place your cutout wherever you need it to be. Let's try again with our hair dudes. So I'm going to go File, Place, grab my hair cutout, and once again, I'm going to use my shift key to resize if I want to. Hit my green check mark, and then I can move them wherever I need to on my graphic. So that's how you place a cutout in Photoshop. Of course, it will be a little bit different when we do it in InDesign, but we'll talk obviously more about that later. With your cutouts, you can do just about anything to them. So you can get your transform box out. You can rotate them if you want to. You can add layer styles to them. So if I wanted to, I could do a drop shadow on my layer style, or on my cutout layer. You can do virtually anything that you need to your cutouts. So that is how you place onto a new graphic. So you can close this. We don't need it anymore, and I will wish you all the luck as you start your cutout assignment.